It was one of those days, the kind where everything moves too fast. People rushing, shoes tapping, announcements echoing. I remember running, eyes searching for the platform, for the train I wasn't going to catch, until I saw you. You were sitting on the bench, one headphone, like you were waiting, or maybe like you weren't in a rush to be anywhere at all. You looked up at me and smiled. I don't know why, but I walked over, sat down beside you. I remember the silence, like it was waiting for one of us to speak. You glanced at me again and asked, "Missed your train?" I nodded, still trying to figure out why I wasn't angry anymore. And for some reason, that made me laugh, a quiet laugh. That turned into something warmer, something easier. We started talking about nothing at first. How we both hated waiting. Then it changed. You asked where I was going. I wanted to know everything about you. What you were thinking while watching the trains leave. What kind of music made you feel like yourself? We kept talking, time slipping away. Announcers calling new destinations. You said you were waiting for a friend. I asked if they were coming soon. You shrugged. Said maybe, like maybe. You didn't mind if they didn't. I felt something shift in my chest, a soft ache. Something I hadn't felt in a long time. You told me about a trip you almost took because of something small. Something that didn't feel so small at the time. And I told you, I do that too. We shared pieces of ourselves in the way people only do when they think they might never meet again. Then you asked me if I ever believed in accidents, and I didn't know how to answer, because suddenly missing that train felt less like a mistake and more like a beginning. I asked what your friend's name was. You smiled, didn't answer, and said maybe they were never coming. And somehow it felt like something opening. The world around us didn't matter anymore. Just that one bench. That soft conversation. That strange comfort. Between two people who met in the middle of nowhere. You asked if I wanted to grab a coffee while we waited for the next train, and I said yes, without even checking the schedule. We walked slow, no rush, cold wind, brushing our faces, hands close, when the light turned gold. And everything felt possible for just a few minutes, and I told you, right then, felt like that too. We found a little cafe, windows fog, and sat across from each other like we'd done it before, like this was something familiar. Watched the way you moved your hands, the way your eyes lit up when you talked about stories you loved. Music you couldn't live without. And I thought maybe this was what I had been waiting for, without even knowing. Maybe this was the real reason I missed my train. Until the station lights glowed through the windows and said, Do you want to catch the next one? And I paused, because suddenly I wasn't sure I did. You said, we don't have to decide now. We could just sit a little longer. And so we did. No rush. Just two people drifting a little closer, held together by one missed moment. Whenever I think about that day, I don't remember the train I didn't catch or the plans I had to cancel. I remember your voice, your eyes. Maybe we were both meant to be here, right now. And maybe because sometimes you miss the thing you thought you needed and find the person you didn't know your heart was waiting for. Sometimes a delay is the beginning of everything you didn't know you were ready for.